Parents and grandparents, let me ask you something. Do you ever worry about your kids or your grandkids? Sure you do, right? When they're really small, you're worried that they're going to harm themselves, right? You're worried that they're going to try to walk out into the street or reach out and grab a dog that they shouldn't or eat something that is not meant to be eaten, right? They get a little bit older and you have a whole new set of things to worry about. You worry about the people that they'll become friends with at school, or what they'll be taught, or how they'll be treated at school by their teachers or their friends. And they get a little bit older, and now you've got to worry about who they're dating. Now, kids have worries too, don't they? But they're worried about different things than you are, right? They're worried about the dark. They're worried about monsters under their bed or in their closet, right? And you're constantly trying to reassure them like there's nothing to be afraid of. Probably several of you had to reassure children of all ages this past weekend as storms rolled in. It's going to be okay. It's just thunder, right? Some of you had to reassure children that are much older about this. Maybe a husband or a wife that turns into a child scared of the storms. They're worried about different things, about monsters under the bed. Imagine if there was indeed a monster under the bed, though. Jesus is leaving and he knew that there was a monster out there. Jesus knew that there is a personified evil that would seek to destroy the disciples. And he's praying and he says, Lord, I know that they will be here in the world and they're not of the world. They're going to be different from everybody else around them. And listen, if you're raising your children to love Jesus, they're growing up more and more in a world that will be completely different than them. And Jesus says, I'm not asking that you take them out of the world. And he knows that they have a mission to accomplish in the world, but I'm asking you to protect them from the evil one. Jesus is praying for his children, his disciples, to be protected from the evil one. And Jesus knows that the world will be against them. And another place, Jesus talks about the world, the flesh, and the devil, and it speaks about how the devil is like a roaring lion seeking whom he may devour. He knows that there's an evil one out there. Moms, dads, grandpas, you know why we think it's so important for the kids to gather with us and worship every week? Because there's danger out there. There's a lot of people that want to tell our children lies and lead them down a path to destruction. You know this to be the case. You've no doubt worried about it. And what we try to repeat on a regular basis is that we're going to do everything that we can when we are gathered together for this hour every week, but it's only 1 hour in 168 a week. And so we need to be raising up moms and dads and grandparents who are disciples, who will make disciples in the form of their children.